Good morning, everybody. I know we uploaded a video this morning. This is breaking news, so we're going to be uploading a video here now. Ten Hag has been sacked. There's a lot going on in the world today. We also have a Ballon d'Or ceremony tonight. So this channel is going crazy. Out of nowhere, I'm sorry. I know we didn't post for a couple days. It's been crazy. Days, I mean weeks, but we're back. Listen, Ten Hag has been sacked. I think this was the right decision. I do. I think it was the right decision. Now, I personally, you guys have seen on this channel, have defended this guy at the end of last season saying, yo, that win, give him a chance to start the season. This is what I said. I said, give him a chance to start the season. He wins that trophy against City with the team he had. Injuries, this and that. Let's put it how it is. The signings he brought in, they don't look insane, right? And the way they've started the season. The problem with United is that it's just pure mediocre. So he has been officially released. We're going to go through because we have a club statement that United actually just posted a little bit after all this broke on Twitter. Erik ten Hag has left his role as a Manchester United men's first-team manager. He was appointed in April 2022 and led the club to 2 domestic trophies, winning the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. We are grateful to Erik for everything he's done during his time with us, and wish him well. Ruud van Nistelrooy will take charge of the team as interim head coach, supported by the current coaching team, while a permanent head coach is recruited. So, Ten Hag done. And look, to be honest with you, you go through win percentage for Manchester United managers since Sir Alex Ferguson's retirement. I don't know how 100% accurate this is, but a 55% win percentage for him. Although I will say this season that percentage has fallen off quite a bit, but he's won 70 out of 128 games in charge. It's the second best of any Manchester United manager since Alex Ferguson's retirement. The problem for me is that obviously you can see it's very marginal. It's very marginal, and it's this Manchester United have just been mid and mid and mid. Now, going forward with the manager selection, it's tough to know what the hell is actually going to happen with this team. Now, I predicted this team, I believe, to get 4th or 5th place in my prediction. It's not that that can't happen, right? We're only 9 games in, and they're like, what? They're 7 points out from that. It's not that that can't happen. The problem is we look at the squad overall. You see the squad on the right. Like, to me, guys, the signings they've made, the players they have, it's just not an amazing squad. Rashford really isn't all that anymore. Garnacho is one of the best players in this team, for sure. I mean, Bruno is Bruno. Casemiro is past it. Eriksen is good. I just think he's a little past it, too. Kobe this season, again, he's kind of been looking like Jude to me, just a little tired from last season. Maybe the Euro leftovers for him. The back line, I like it. Onana, I love him. I don't love the strikers. Højlund, I don't love. Xerxes is okay. He's pretty good with the hold-up, but no killer instinct striker. The 9s are really missing these days in a lot of clubs, and we look at their recent fixtures. It's just not been great, right? West Ham away, when they're in the Europa League, and I'm predicting, respect to Fenerbahce, respect to some of these teams, Porto, that they're not even going to win those games. That's when we know. And look, the wins they've had this season, right? They've only had 1 win out of the last 8 matches, and then before that it was Barnsley. So it's just not been a good start. And if you look at all the large teams they've played this season, let's talk about absolutely, huge teams, right? Liverpool, cooked. Spurs, not a huge team, but a good team, cooked. Porto, I think, is a huge team. Draw. Villa, very large team right now, draw. So they've just not even been doing well against the good teams. Yes, he won 2 trophies. I agree with the decision. What do you guys think of it? I think it's time for him to go. And especially this upcoming schedule. Look, people will say it's harsh because you look at it, right? Leicester, Chelsea's going to be tough. Easier match in the Europa League. Leicester, Ipswich, Bodo, Everton. It's actually a favorable schedule. So what we may end up happening now, I wouldn't be surprised if this happens. Van Nistelrooy steps in. He's going to get some wins. Everyone's going to be like, oh my God, Van Nistelrooy ball is crazy. The team is going to be playing well because every team plays well when they're sparked under a new manager. They try to go out and play crazy. We actually saw a lot of time United, as Ten Hag was about to get sacked, they went out and played their best game of the season. It's just something that happens on these teams. The issue for me, though, is that I don't think Van Nistelrooy will be permanent unless this guy wins like 15 games in a row. I don't even know if he wants to be the permanent manager. So that's going to be now the next interesting part of this whole saga. We've got some trolls going around today. Ten Hag deemed one of the worst managers in Premier League history, won more trophies in 2 seasons than Arteta in 5 seasons. I don't think he's one of the worst managers in Premier League history. Look, like if he had gone to a Manchester City, a Liverpool, an Arsenal with those squads and did what he's done now, but I think those teams are a level above United. The fact that United ended up beating City last year in a trophy, they ended the season with negative goal differential last season. There's all this to look into. I think he's done okay with his team. I think the bottom line is I'm not really seeing anything convincing about the style that United play, and I just think overall United are not that good of a team. I don't even think this team is that good. They still need to sign players, and the problem is United in the last couple of years, nobody wants to talk about this. They are not getting marquee players like they used to. People don't really want to go to United anymore. They know what's the deal. We've seen players like, ballers like Sancho running from the team, going to Chelsea now, playing a lot better there. It's just something is in the water at United. I can't tell you what it is. Players don't want to go there. They don't perform there. So Van Nistelrooy will be managing. Now, this is the interesting situation. I saw this on my Twitter today. Southgate is one of the bookies' favorites to become the next permanent manager of Manchester United. United fans, honestly, what do you guys think of this? Is this guy, this is crazy for me to even consider because the pain this guy makes me watch through the Euros. But, is there a way where this guy or a manager of this guy's style, which is basically slow ball, park the bus, right? Is this going to be, you probably don't want to watch this at your club, but is this going to be the type of style? Because you look at kind of almost Mourinho, the way they had played that year they got second, although that squad was a lot more talented. Is that the way they're going to have to play to get results? I just don't know, man. I mean, I really like Garnacho. I like a couple players on his team. Rashford, for me, just cannot be that guy. He's got to be, for Rashford to perform well, I think Rashford has to be probably the worst out of the three in the attack. Recently, Ten Hag started going with Anthony. What happened to Diallo? Diallo starts the season, I feel like, so well, and now we don't even see him playing. I'm a little confused there. I thought Diallo's been really good when he's played. I've been disappointed to not see him. So hopefully Van Nistelrooy will use him a little bit more. But that's going to be the interesting up next. Who is going to be the manager? We've seen some managers, really slot in well to their teams this season. Slot has been amazing at Liverpool. We've seen some managers in their first season do really well. Is this the guy, where this guy hasn't maybe necessarily got that major trophy with England, but he's taken them very far in a couple of times? Who else, if you're a United fan, who do you want to see manage this club in the future? Who do you think is going to be good for you guys? It's a very interesting one now to see what is going to happen. At Manchester United, I don't know. And is it something where we look at the overall table right now? Look, guys, the reality is, you start the season sometimes and you have a bad start. We're 9 matches in and they're in 14th place. Now, I know between 16th and let's say 4th or 3rd, right? It's 9 to 18 points. So it's a 9-point swing for 12 or a little bit more positions, right? So I understand that a couple results can change a lot, but it's Manchester United. Let's look at this table, right? Obviously, we know as a whole, Everton have fallen off as a club. Everton used to be in the top 8, top 9 every season. We go back maybe around 10 years ago. But United, this is Manchester United. They look at the bottom of the table. It's just a spot the imposter. It's them, man. They're really not doing good. They're 8 goals for 11 against, which, look, Ten Hag, what's the point of having a manager that wants this style and more attacking if you can't score goals? 8 goals out of 9 matches. Insanity. So who is it going to be going forward? United fans, who do you guys want to see as the manager? Look, I think it's time for him to go. The problem is that I haven't really seen much uniqueness at this club. I'm a little confused with some of the decisions he still makes. And I think Ten Hag's inability to manage in a lot of these large games has been troubling. I know he's won trophies, but I don't know, man. These large matchups this year, they've just been getting smoked. So I think it's a good decision. What do you guys think? I made a video about this 2 weeks ago that it's just time for him to go. That's it, man. Bye-bye, Ten Hag. We'll see what's up next for Ten Hag. I don't know what's in the future for him. It will be very interesting to follow. What I will say to close the video, Ten Hag, one of the most, interesting managers to watch. So I think he's a character. I think he brings entertainment. And I want to see this guy manage in the future. And all the best for Ten Hag. No hate to him. I'm not even a United fan, but I know he gets a lot of the stick for how bad this team is. It's a part of his fault, but they also just suck. So let's see who picks up after Van Nistelrooy, or if Van Nistelrooy has some good form. As I said, they've got a lot of good matches ahead, and he stays. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you later. Peace.